human being on earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
It's your opinion that the level of debt we have is sustainable?
Yes, I mean we could clearly we have the largest economy in the world. We can service this debt. That's not the problem. The problem is that we're on a path where the debt is growing substantially faster than the economy, and that's kind of by definition in the long run unsustainable.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That was a huge lie. I mean, why do we expect anything different from these people? That was a lie. And I'm going to explain why. The problem with his argument, okay, it's sustainable. No, you get to a certain part, okay, where your ratio of debt to economic GDP growth, when you get to a point it's more than 60%, you can't pay your debt. So all you're doing is financing everything with deficits. And when you finance everything with debt, you're done. Your country is just like having a credit card. And we've been doing this over and over, and we've reached a point now, and you can see this in our numbers, especially our economy's not growing. For 66 weeks, once we took away QE and zero rates for 13 years, we've been pumping our stock market artificially up with zero rates. They took the rates away in November 2021. The market dropped 38%. The leadership that went up 1,200% since 2008, which is, of course, the NASDAQ, 1,200%. It didn't go up 1,200% because of profits, because of earnings or good margins. No, it went up because zero rates. Zero rates. Big institutions borrow money, zero rates. Buy their own shares back, zero rates. All came to an end in November 2021. Now the market dropped 38%. Now it's been 66 weeks and we can't claw back that loss of 38%. Never before have we ever seen a market. It's taken 66 weeks, and of the 38%, we've only clawed back about 14%. That's because of our debt to our ratio of debt to GDP. So I'll explain. Reagan was at 30, Clinton 33, Bush 63. So because their ratio of debt to their growth of the economy, they made more than enough money to pay their bills. They didn't have to go to China and say, please, we spent more than we took in. Can you please finance our deficit? Then when it comes due, the bill comes due, we have no cash, right? We have to print it. That causes more inflation. Obama gets into office, so remember, 30, Reagan, Clinton, 33, Bush, 63. So we're right there with Bush. We're still okay. Obama jumps in. This guy went nuts. He loved to spend, because remember, he wanted to expand his welfare state. Obamacare, and everybody lives free and all that garbage, and everybody gets a phone. Remember all that? Obama jumped from 63 to 100. Can you imagine that ratio of debt to economic growth? Killed us, 63 to 100. He created more debt than all the previous 43 presidents combined. So let's go fast forward to today. Our debt today is at 133% of GDP. Remember, Reagan 30, Clinton 33, Bush 63. We had no problem. We could take and invest, get our investment back, grow, pay our bills. Can't do that anymore. So when you got today, the debt is 130 to 130% of GDP. Deficits are, here's the problem, 10%, and interest 4.4% of our GDP. That is unsustainable debt. He's a liar. He's a liar. Even, I can't think of his name now. He was at Harvard, Larry Summers. Larry Summers has been saying it for years. Congress going out spending crazy. So what it means is for every dollar, when Reagan spent $1 to invest, grow the economy, Clinton spent $1, even Bush spent $1, they got the dollar back, plus they grew the economy another 30 cents, and they had cash left to pay their bills. But we started to run deficits with Obama. Now we started to run deficits. That's the killer, when you run deficits. So starting with Obama, we spent more than we took in. We had to keep running these budget deficits. They had to be paid. So China, you go to China and you say to them, please finance my deficit. And then China says, fine. Then now it's time for the bill. China knocks on the door. Remember, China's not only funding our deficits, part of that, they're also funding your Social Security, which is your safety net, one of the safety net programs. So when our debt has to be paid back, we're screwed. We don't have the money, we have to print it, more inflation. So the problem, when the wealthy Democrats are in control of Congress, or wealthy Republicans, doesn't matter, both gangsters, they say, wait a minute, inflation's great for us because we're wealthy. We're wealthy. George Carlin reminds us this all the time.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city.
Yeah, because they're wealthy. They own everybody. So they love inflation because for them, they become even more wealthy. Their land value goes up, their silver goes up, gold goes up, their important buildings all go up. For government, they love it too. And the wealthy control our government, control our Congress. Matter of fact, most of the people in Congress are wealthy. And because our debt is in dollars and our dollar value keeps going down, for government, they reduce the value of the debt we owe to China downward. So when we get a lot of inflation, they're not on our side. When you keep hearing, we're fighting inflation, that's a bunch of crap. They don't fight inflation. Why would they want to fight inflation? Why would the people who own us, our owners, want to fight inflation when they become wealthier with inflation? Why? The more inflation, the more wealthy they become. Only the working class becomes poor. And for the congressmen and for those gangsters in Washington, they say, look, the more inflation, we haven't got to write a check to China because our debt is in dollars. The more we destroy our dollar, guess what? We can keep on spending because that the dollar is going to keep going down in value, and they'll keep pushing downward what we owe China. So now we can spend more. And for the gangster banks, they love it too, because inflation means higher prices. The demand for credit increases, and interest rates go up, and it benefits the bankster gangsters. More when we get back. Join my gang free for 10 days. Learn how
Want
to
more
sell
information
short.
on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
You remember the other day when they rallied the market on Friday, and I said to you on the radio show, I said, I told all my members, do not chase this rally. It's not sustainable. They're going to give it all back. It's not sustainable. And I said that on Friday, and they rigged the market to rally on Friday. They started with it on Thursday because they didn't want the market, the S&P and the NASDAQ, to go through the 200 and 50-day moving averages, key support, because they know the market would go down at least 60%, 50% minimum. Powell knows that. So the one thing they didn't want is for that to break through, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But listen to this. This is unbelievable right here. Which one is it, Willie? Right here. Listen to this.
Quantitative easing for over 13 years was a massive policy error that created a lot of malinvestment. It created a lot of bad behaviors.
They knew that when they did QE. They lied to us about QE. Bernanke lied to us. Obama lied to us about QE. They knew it was a bad policy, but it wasn't a bad policy. It wasn't a bad policy for the wealthy. And that's who put him in office. It was a great policy for the wealthy. But everybody else on Main Street got screwed. But here, I want to play this cut here. It was on Friday, right here. But, it's interesting today. We have a rally going in the tech. This was Friday. But, it's interesting today. We have a rally going in the tech stocks. And people just don't understand what's going on. I keep hearing these people on the fake business network keep telling everybody, oh, this is it. Don't forget, we got the big tech rally. We don't have a big tech rally. These are called snapbacks. I showed my members this today, my gang members, and yesterday. Don't get caught in, remember, don't get caught. That was last Thursday and Friday. Let me tell you what happened and how we knew, our members knew not to get caught in that rally. Instead, we shorted. That's right, we shorted. We shorted banks, a couple of banks. We shorted gold stocks. I'll go over those in a minute. But remember what happened. The market has been going down for 4 consecutive weeks. 4 consecutive weeks. And it was a high probability it would be the 5th week. That was last week. So Powell and his plunger team, they were really concerned, not so much, they're very concerned that the S&P and the NASDAQ was ready to break through its 200 and its 50-day moving average supports. But Powell's greatest fear, and concern is that the NASDAQ, which started, and remember, its 38% descent on November 19, 2021, and now 66 weeks later, has only clawed back of that 38%, 13%. 66 weeks. Are you kidding me? We've never seen that before. What he was concerned about is that if the NASDAQ or the spiders break through that 250-day moving average, that would be the catalyst. The NASDAQ was so weak that he said, oh, my God, if we take the NASDAQ and that breaks through the support, we're going to go down 50 or 60% because we have no QE. We have no zero rates. We have no zero. Rates are now at 4.75 and ready to go to 5%. So what did he do? So on Thursday, just as the S&P was breaking through. If you have a chart in front of you, you can see it yourself. Okay, just as the S&P was starting to break through, he panicked. And he said, oh my God, this is it. And remember, the S&P was ready to break through the 50-day moving average. Already went through the 50, was ready to break through the 200. And the NASDAQ, or the Qs, they're ready to break through the 200. So he said, we got to do something quickly, him and his plunger team. So they turned around and said, on March 2nd, Thursday, let's take, and we'll take the interest that we're collecting on our treasuries that we have set aside, about $8 trillion of them. Let's take the money that we make on those, and let's go in and buy new treasuries. And what that will do, that will force the yields down. And that will push the stock market, the NASDAQ, and the S&P up and away from that 200-day moving average so we avoid the crash. That's what they did. So all they did is manipulate the money, and they got the money, bought the bonds. All of a sudden, boom. You can see, right? That's why you always got to watch the yields. Always watch the yields. I never trade a stock without having my yields up. Yields started to go down. Bam, 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 going down. We went from Thursday's high. Now remember, when we were at Thursday, we're now in a fifth week where the market was going to be ending up negative again. There would have been 5 weeks contiguous. So he was going to stop that. Thursday, he drove the yields from 4.09 down to 3.96. He just manipulated the bond market by buying treasuries. He used the money he gets the interest from on the $8 trillion he has sitting in his balance sheet. So Friday now, we got the yields are down at 3.96. Market rallies, boom, 385 points. And that's when I said, no, don't chase it. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Because remember, none of our debt is sustainable. We can't keep sustaining, because again, as I said, China keeps financing our deficits. We have no money. So we're screwed. So Monday, what happens? Monday morning, everybody wakes up, and pre-market, the plunger team's in there pushing the yields down again, because they want to see, you know how every morning when you look on, there's a little bug on CNBC or all this, is the implied open up 65, the implied open up 55. They wanted the implied open be up like 100. So this is pre-market now on Monday morning. Market opens, boom. It backfires. The yields now start going back up, taking the market back down. Right now, he doesn't know what to do. I'll explain when I get back. This is serious stuff. Don't go anywhere.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on their show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. Banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
All right, Steve. It's unbelievable. When we look last Friday, or I'm sorry, after the market dropped 5 weeks. Or actually, it was 4 weeks. We're in our 5th week starting last Monday, what was going to be our 5th week. And then when we got to Thursday, they panicked. They didn't want us to break through that 200 in the 50-day moving average. So if you look at your yields, like I teach our students to do every day, we keep our chart up when we're investing, and they push the yields down artificially, okay? So there's Powell pushing the yields down. He buys bonds to push the yields down. And then all of a sudden, the S&P went back above the 200-day, back above 50-day. Friday, they did the same thing. We watched them, pushed the yields down by buying bonds. Then on Friday, it went up, and now they were above, on Friday's close, they were above both the 50 and the 200-day moving average, up 375 points. Everybody was all excited. So this is it, bottom's in, we're going to keep going higher. I said, do not buy these stocks, do not chase these stocks. It's not sustainable. Monday morning comes. I'm watching the pre-market. I'm watching what he's doing. There's Powell, pre-market, buying bonds, pushing the yield down. As he pushed the yields down, the stock market keeps going up because he wanted to see an implied open that would be positive. You ever notice every time, if we close down 513 points today, tomorrow morning, you watch, applied open, you'll say 85 points, plus 85 to the good tomorrow morning. That's how they do it. So they keep on pushing down the yield, and they get the market to go up. So Monday comes, and naturally, you can't keep doing this. The yield starts going up against him. On Monday, he's losing his gains. And then, of course, he's losing his gains today. Remember, you can't keep pushing the market down, okay? Keep on pushing yields down to push up the market. That's ridiculous. You can't do it. Why? Because remember, everything that the president has done, one of the biggest things he's done, of course, with oil, 72% of our production is gone. We don't produce oil anymore. Now, you know what happened. Because of that, we got gasoline went through the roof, food and everything else went through the roof. And so when that happened, Powell has to come in and fight that inflation, remember? So interest rates were zero. So now he goes in, and his monetary policy is to push us up from 0 to 475, and he did. Now, that causes the dollar to strengthen. That's suicide. So when the dollar strengthens, it slows our economy. Profits go down. Earnings go down. We're at a 5-year low. Inflation goes up to a 40-year high. So remember, when Biden did that little trick with oil, got rid of oil for AOC and all the other Marxists, got rid of oil, let's go to new green. That caused inflation, 40-year high. Powell comes in, says, gee, I got to do something, Mr. President. So he says, okay, you got to start raising rates to break the back of inflation. Now, that would work if all of a sudden they stop spending and stop inflating, but they don't. So he does all these stupid programs. So he keeps raising rates. That takes the dollar, that causes your dollar to come so strong, everything just goes to hell in a handbasket. Earnings, everything. Your margins shrink. Earnings contract. Productivity came in. Productivity dropped from 4% to 1.7%, all because the dollar's strong. Trade deficits with China. Are you kidding? $383 billion, all because of what he did with this oil. So now, as the market is ready to go through the 50 and 200-day moving average, they're in here playing games, trying to hold that market above it. So today, the market now, remember, Thursday it went up. Friday went up. Monday, boom, stopped going up. Today it drops, and just as it hits the 50-day moving average, the S&P's ready to go through that 50-day moving average. It was at 397.63. And what did they do? They pushed the yields down to start pushing up the S&P to get it above 397.63. Go look at it. It's now at 397.62. So they pushed the yields down just enough to get the S&P away from the 50-day moving average, which was at 39763. They moved it up to 39762 by manipulating yields. This is what they're doing. But it doesn't work because yields will naturally go back up on their own because of the strong dollar created by the inflation, which what moved that strong dollar up is with Powell fighting inflation, raising the Fed rate, short-term rate, the money that he loans to his banks and they loan to you, from 0 to 4.75. So it's just a matter of time for the market. Totally crashes. It goes down another 60%. There's nothing stopping. We can't fix it. And now remember the other problem we have with that. And the timing couldn't have been worse. The timing couldn't have been worse. I mean, no matter how many times Powell forces the yields down to try to keep the market from crashing, it just can't work because the timing is so terrible. Because you remember, you still have AOC in there, a socialist. You still have Bernie Sanders, a Marxist, and he kowtows to them because that's how he became president, by going towards the Marxists and the socialists. So how many times can they play this game of pushing down the yields to push the dollar up? So if you join our gang, not only will you benefit by shorting, because every time it's done, it's so clear, and we set ourselves up to short. Take our gold, Newmont. We're up 12% on Newmont. AU, we shorted it 20% because we know how to follow the bond market. We know how to follow the yields. My members know how to follow the yield. And then we just started shorting Bank of America. Oh, God, we got a lot of shorts on. You got to learn how to short. This market is not going to go up on its own. Look, listen to this here. This is so unbelievable right here. This is crazy.
Do you think about the costs of borrowing for the United States itself?
No, we do not, and we're not going to. In other words, that would be fiscal dominance. If we were, constrained.
Wait a minute. Listen to the question.
Do you think about the costs of borrowing for the United States itself?
He said no. He doesn't care. You know why? It's just like somebody who he doesn't care. All he cares about the late payment. It's like somebody that buys a trailer, right? What's the late payment? As long as somebody is stupid enough to loan the money, they'll take it at any price. And we're in such a jam because, remember, the ratio of our debt to growth is at 133. When you have your ratio at 133 instead of 60, that means we can't pay our debt. When you're at 30, 40, 60, you can accumulate money and pay down debt. When we're at 130, 133, we can never pay our debt down again. It's impossible because we can't accumulate money because we can't grow. People don't understand this. So they got to learn how to short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, join our gang. If you were listening to me last week on Friday when the market went up 375 points, I told everybody, you heard me say it in the radio, I said, don't chase this. It's not sustainable. These rallies aren't sustainable. And we're not sustainable because, again, our ratio of debt to what we grow is a killer. Anything under 60, you're going to be okay. Anything under 60, if your ratio is under 60, for every dollar you invest in your economy, you're going to get the dollar back and you get another 30 cents of growth. If you're at 40, you get more than that. 30, you get more than that. We're at 133. So the problem is, for every dollar we invest, we don't get it back. And not only that, there's no growth. And when there's no growth, you don't have enough money to pay down your debt. So what do? We have deficits. We're spending much more than we take in because of all these crazy programs. So then we have to go and get China to finance it for us. Why do you think they cozy up to China? So we sell them. Okay, they purchase from us bonds. Now we can pay Social Security, pay our bills, keep the electricity on at the White House. But instead of Congress saying we're going to start cutting because we got to get that ratio back down to 60, they don't care because inflation makes the people in Congress who are very wealthy wealthier, so they don't care. So we're in this cycle now because the people in Congress are so rich and the president's so rich, they don't feel the pain. So their goal is not to beat inflation. Why would you beat inflation? That means you're beating down your own income. And they don't care about you or me. They pretend they do. They're politicians. That's what politicians do. Politicians are professional liars because they're lawyers, right? Aren't they? That's how they're trained to lie. So how are you going to make money investing in the market when you have Wall Street? Same situation. Very few people tell you the truth because they're out for themselves. Any company that buys the stock first, any brokerage house that buys the stock first and then marks it up and sells it to you, buys the stock at 60 and turns around and sells it to you at 70 or 80, you're buying it retail, and now you bought it from him. He bought it at 30, right? He buys it at 30, sells it to you at 60. You think you got a great deal. Now you got to get from 60 to 120. How are you going to do that? Doesn't work. That's why 85% of you lose money. 85% of you lose money because most of you don't even know how the market works. I'm sitting here today, I'm short, and you're very bright people. And I'm sure you're still confused when I tell you you've got to watch the bond market. You got to watch the bond market. You go, what's the bonds got to do with stocks? Oh, a whole hell of a lot. Why is it that last Friday, when the market went up 375 points, my members didn't get hurt? My members were starting to ready to short, and we did. Because we also go long and short. Give you an example. Schlumberger, we're up 31%. Now we're setting up to sell short. If it breaks below, Schlumberger is in a good shape right now. It's setting up a beautiful shorting pattern. If Schlumberger drops below $52, that's a high probability of being a great short. We can make a lot of money short. It should probably go from 52 down to, I don't know, maybe go 52 down to 40. How much would that be, Willie? 52 to 40. Now remember, that's after we already made money going long. That's 23%. So let's say we make even 10%. Never mind 23%. We make 31% up and we make 10% down, but you got to learn how to short. But it's important is learning how to short. And let me tell you what we do. Our Pro 2 color-coded chart works. We've had it for 22 years. We've perfected it over 22 years. And we're right there with you. We have the stocks, our portfolio, and every day Steve at 2 o'clock posts and tells you, okay, here's our portfolio. Now, here's the color-coded chart. Here's what the color-coded chart's telling you. Buy. Oh, what about the next stock? Buy. Oh, this one's telling you don't buy anymore. This one is going to go down. Sell short. It's never wrong. But you don't have to believe me. You got 10 days to do that. But I'm running out of time. The biggest thing you got to understand, the market is going to go down more. How long have I been saying that? They're running out of bullets now. When the NASDAQ, it was the leadership stock. 1,200% that stock went up. The big tech stocks went up. Now it's down 38% since November of 2021. Who would ever think the big tech stocks would go down 38% and 66 weeks later you still can't get back even? For 13 years that never happened because we had zero rates, QE. That's over. So you got to prepare yourself. I'm sorry. It's going to go the other way. And here's the other thing you got to understand. Nothing's going to change because until our Congress works for us, our Congress starts cutting. They got to start cutting. Cuts. It's the only way it works. If you don't start cutting, then the consequences are severe. Our savings have dropped from 32% of disposable income to 2.7%. Our productivity has dropped from 4% to 1.7%. Our PC, they look at like a hawk, went from 4.3%, and it came in hot at 4.7%. Remember? Earnings, 5-year low. Manufacturing, 14-year low. I can go down and down and down. There's no good news anywhere. But what do? They take the news and say it's excellent news. Bad news to them now is like they're doing two things. They're forcing the yields to go down to push the stock market up. And then they came out with the January factory orders. Oh, my God, they were horrible. They went from 1.7% positive to a negative minus 1.6%. January factory orders. Remember I told you, manufacturing's down 14%. We got our January factory orders. I'm talking about orders. Okay, not productivity. Productivity's down. Of course, productivity's down. Nobody's ordering anything. So our orders used to be 1.7%. Our factory orders. It dropped from 1.7 to 1.6. But you know what they said? The jibber jabbers on the fake business network. Isn't this terrific? Isn't this terrific? The bottom's in, because we thought it was going to be worse. We thought it was going to go from 1.7 to minus 1.8. But instead it went from 1.7 to minus 1.6. Isn't that terrific? Better than expected. And people start buying stocks. They listen to that crap and they start buying stocks. What are you, nuts? All I can tell you is this. Our national debt, okay, is $31 trillion. We have to borrow money from China to pay our interest of $475 billion because we have no money. Why? Because our debt to GDP ratio should be at 60, but it's at 130. When it's at 130, that means we have no money. At 60, we can grow our economy. So remember this. The reason we're always going to be in debt because of the debt to GDP ratio. If you can get your debt back down to where the debt to GDP is at 60, then we can pay our bills. Then we can pay our bills. We'll have cash. We can pay our bills again. Not only pay our bills, but remember, you got to grow your economy to pay your bills. So if you cut back to 60, our debt to GDP back to 60, then we're going to spend $1 investing in our economy. We're going to get that investment back of the dollar, and we're going to get 30 cents worth of growth, and soon we'll be in good shape. But they won't do that. They won't do it. Congress won't do it. My Lord. Our entitlements, Social Security, unfunded, $1.1 trillion. Medicaid, Medicare, $1.7. Our country right now, at the end of each year, we're in a hole, $1.2 trillion. Our negative net worth, if this was a business, the accountant would have to sign at the end of his accounting and say, the United States is not a going firm. But you see, they don't care. These congressmen, they don't care. Because as long as they can keep printing money, or they keep going to China, they get richer. So what do? You don't want us to learn how to sell short. That's crazy. That's people in 401ks, you're dead, because you're not allowed to short. Please, join a gang. Try it for 10 days. That way you're not held hostage to this madness.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.